Hello everyone. Today I would like to read out the fourth chapter titled The Servants from my manuscript, The World Called Him a Monster. This is a fictional story. All characters, places, and events are based on imagination. Any resemblance to real persons, living or otherwise, is purely coincidental. I'd like to read out the story. Avantika loved to play with words, as the words themselves were companion in her solitude. She longed for rest. For years, life had never given her enough time to truly pursue her passion. Sometimes family claimed her time, sometimes work did. Perhaps that was why she had chosen solitude now, to finally make time for herself. And somewhere within that silence, she had begun enjoying her own company. Memories too had become her companion, and from those memories she wove her stories. That morning she needed help around the house, so she posted an advertisement on a community app looking for a maidservant. Later that day, while once again playing with words in her mind, a strange thought amused her. Servants, serve plus ants. Were they really like ants, tiny, powerless, the way society often viewed them? And yet, even ants could hurt. A single bite could sting, and a swarm could overwhelm. Even the smallest beings, when crushed under power, sometimes choose attack over peace. The thought made her wonder how else could an ant survive a difficult world. Just then, the doorbell rang. A middle aged woman stood outside. She introduced herself as Swati, a new house helper. Avantika explained the work calmly, relieved that she had finally found someone dependable in this unfamiliar city. Swati worked efficiently. The house remained quiet, orderly, peaceful. There was no complaints, no arguments, no conflicts. But even in peace, Avantika's mind wandered. She remembered the conflicts created by these so called ants earlier in her life, conflicts that had bitten deeply, damaging her reputation and disturbing her peace. Her thoughts drifted back to her old community, a place where almost every month she had changed house helpers. And slowly a difficult question emerged within her. Was the fault theirs or hers? Once again, memory pulled her back. She saw herself working alone inside a room. Her family was busy elsewhere, and slowly things began disappearing from the house, quietly, unnoticed. One day, during routine cleaning, she realized certain items were missing. The house helper left. There was no proof, no confrontation, no certainty. A new helper arrived, and then it happened again. The cycle repeated itself again and again. Avantika asked herself quietly, why did I face this? Was it because she always chose silence instead of confrontation? Was it because she preferred peace over conflict? A faint smile crossed her mind. At least I did not become a villain. But another thought disturbed her immediately. Did I still become a villain by dismissing powerless people from work? Her mind drifted towards the final month in that community. The maid servants union had eventually refused to work in a house at regular wages. They demanded more. And Avantika paid the price financially, emotionally, all because she chose peace instead of conflict. That too made her think about the strength of that ant community. She whispered to herself, I am not speaking the language of the world. I speak the language of peace, a language the world does not seem to understand. But what was the point of endlessly revisiting old wounds? What was the use of speaking only to herself about the past conflicts and pain? What if instead of speaking to herself, she spoke directly to the evil forces itself, the destroyers? Suddenly, she felt trapped in a tug of war, the world pulling from one side while she stood alone on the other, dejected, hurt, directionless, unsure of how to continue her pursuit of peace. Would these evil forces even listen to her, or would they simply discard her with her and her ideas without a second thought? Would someone so powerful even notice a person as insignificant as an ant that could be crushed without consequence? She had no access to them, no invitation, no doorway into their world, and before she could even if she could ever face them, she realized something important. She first had to train her own mind. The stories of fear surrounding her had slowly tightened their grip over the years, and that fear had begun creating constant discomfort within her. So Avantika made a decision. Before confronting the creators of fear, she would confront fear itself. And she chose to begin with the very thing that had first introduced fear into her life: movies. It was through movies that she had first learned what a villain looked like. it was there. That fear was first given a face. What she planned to do next, how she intended to prepare herself further, was a story the coming chapters would reveal. That's all for the day. Do let me know your thoughts about this chapter by writing in the comments section. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.